Mackenzie, you've been following this case as well from the beginning. What sticks out to you? What are you listening for?
Yeah, I'm from Arizona. I'm in Arizona right now. It's such a small, nice community down there in Tucson, and it's devastating. Watching that video, your stomach just drops for this family now entering the 5th day. I was talking to my mom a bit because she's a physician and thinking about what kind of medicines would potentially be fatal and that they could amp up the fatality potentially to incentivize somebody coming back to the scene that would allow somebody to survive a while, but also pose a risk if they didn't have it. And I'm wondering if she has congestive heart failure, because they do mention that her heart is fragile. That could be, just that her heart metaphorically is fragile. This is a terrifying situation. She's 84, but that could also affect her ambulatory function, swelling in the legs from something like retaining fluid. And I wonder if it's a medication for like a dysrhythmia that, it could be fatal. She could also be okay. But again, we're in the 5th day now. I think that's trying even for an able-bodied person. And to my colleague's point a moment ago, AI is a huge risk. It's very unregulated, and Bitcoin, cryptocurrency, is extremely unregulated, and it's hard to trace who is receiving funds. So even if they were able to authenticate and everything went according to plan, could they even find these people if the ransom is connected to the crime? I hope that this reveals some new information that maybe they have been holding back and they know more than they've been sharing, because that would be great, but I guess we'll see.
Yeah, and Mackenzie, to your point, this sheriff has been very vocal from the beginning, but then declined to take any one-on-ones or questions after a brief news conference the other day, skipping over Wednesday with any updates and saying the next update would be today. So if you're just joining us right now, this is a live look there in Tucson, Arizona, where the sheriff and possibly other investigators will be updating the public in the disappearance of Nancy Guthrie. This is just hours after her daughter Savannah posted that emotional message on social media pleading to her mother's captors for her safe return and also proof of life, and acknowledging a ransom note, an alleged ransom note that was sent to several outlets that specifically was asking for millions of dollars in Bitcoin to be delivered to an account today, otherwise harm to Nancy. So Detective, and forgive me if I have to cut you off, because this is going to happen at any moment, we're being told. So Detective, how much validity do you think that there is to this alleged ransom note if it was sent to several outlets, including TMZ, what they're reporting?
Yeah, again, they have to verify that note. I don't know if it was sent electronically or via snail mail, but they have to verify that, right? There could be a lot of people that are just opportunists trying to take advantage of this situation. So the detectives have to vet that. They have to check if they can trace it electronically, if they can trace it back, again, to the Bitcoin, if they can identify the people that actually hold that account. So there's a lot of information that they have to process and go through. Meanwhile, they're canvassing for, any kind of like video surveillance, and they might, get information off the cell towers, anybody that was around the location. So it's going to be investigative 101. They're going to go through like surveillance cameras. They might, again, revisit the brother-in-law who was the last personal contact. They might have to check his phone, right? His phone records, track his activity, his vehicle, right? There was talk about a vehicle that might be used. So there's a lot of things that they have to go over again to make sure they haven't missed anything.
And again, according to our reporting and by all accounts from releases from the sheriff there, they say that they do not have any persons of interest and no suspects at this point in time, but they are, of course, interviewing everyone, including family and friends. Let's do this. Let's get in a short break right now. On the other side, we'll take you back to Arizona as we await for an update in the Nancy Guthrie missing persons case. This is Court TV Live.
Tonight on Closing Arguments, the mother of Savannah Guthrie was taken from her own home, but does an alleged ransom note lead to answers? We're live with the latest in the abduction of Nancy Guthrie.
Closing Arguments, tonight at 8, 7 Central, only on Court TV.
Ezra McCandless was gender confused. She is standing trial for stabbing one of her lovers to death.
Was this murder?
The Killer Girlfriend Murder Trial. Weekdays on Court TV Legendary Trials.
If you're just joining us, there's breaking news to share. This is a live look there in Arizona, where we are following a news conference on the continued search for Savannah Guthrie's missing mom, Nancy. Again, these are live pictures of that podium where this is taking place. The Pima County Sheriff holding their first update in days on the case. Nancy Guthrie reported missing 5 days ago. Police are investigating possible ransom notes sent to several media outlets asking for millions of dollars in Bitcoin by today or harm to Nancy. Still with us, Mackenzie Joy Brennan and Mike Alcazar. If I do have to cut you off, they're at the podium and we'll take it live, so apologies there. But again, Mackenzie, you were talking about possible health concerns and you were talking to your mother about those medications. What more thoughts do you have on that?
Yeah, and I mean, I was wondering yesterday when they reopened the scene, released it to family, if that could have been a method to bait somebody into coming back. That, you know, they say to the public that this is open now. They've suggested that medicine needs to be obtained. Maybe they were waiting and, of course, watching surreptitiously to see if somebody would come back to the house and get medication, if this is connected to a ransom note, because we have so little information as is correct. You know, we shouldn't have this information if it damages the investigation. But it's possible that they got the ransom letters the day that she was reported missing, but we didn't learn of their existence and they weren't sent to the media until after this initial press conference. So, you know, I think that we all have to take all this information with a grain of salt. Would they tell us if they had persons of interest in their sites? Maybe not.
Well, Mackenzie,
so you have to hope intentional choices.
Yeah, Mackenzie, let's ask the detective on the panel. You know,
Yeah.
would they share that information if they had a person of interest right now?